All right, number 12 and number 15 are the same kind of problems. You will not have these on your quiz, but you will have a couple of these on the test. All right, here's how you do it. 158.46 miles per hour. When it says per hour, JT, that's 1 hour. So I'm going to write 158.46 miles over 1 hour. I need y'all to write that down just like that. Write it down just like I've got it on the board. When it says miles per hour, Hunter, hour is 1 hour. So I write 158.46 on top and 1 hour on the bottom. All right, so here's the deal. We got to change miles into feet. So how many feet are in a mile?
5,280.
All right, y'all just watch me for a second. 5,280 feet in 1 mile. Now, let me ask you something. How did I know that 1 mile had to go on the bottom? Why couldn't 1 mile go on top?
Because what you done in the beginning, you put.
Because this mile has got to cancel out with this mile, so I know it had to go on the bottom. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, write it down now. All right, the last part, JT, we got to change hours into seconds. Wow, how many seconds in an hour? Hold on, there's 60 minutes in an hour. We got to write that down. Let's figure it out. There's 60 minutes in an hour and 60 seconds in a minute.
3,600.
So 3,600, is that right? Seconds equals 1 hour. If y'all don't have that written down, I would write that down on my gallon man sheet. Unless you know it. If you know it, you don't have to write it down. All right, so, Hunter, I got 3,600 seconds equals 1 hour. Which side does my 1 hour have to go on? Now look, it's on the bottom right here. So that means it's got to go on the top right there because my hours have to cancel out. And the only way they'll cancel out is if one's on bottom and one's on top. All right, so that means 3,600's got to go on the bottom. All right, now, once you do that, the rest of it's done in the calculator. All right, Kyler, what do you think we do with the numbers that are on top? Oh, what's he got right here? We times the numbers that are on top together. So let's do that in the calculator. 158.46 times 5,280. Hit equals. You don't have to times by 1. It's not going to change anything. Now, y'all want to guess what you have to do now with the numbers that are on the bottom? Hold on. What's that fraction bar mean? You got to divide by 3,600 because it's on the bottom. So divide by 3,600. My answer is 22.67 feet per second.
That's not what I got.
All right, I might have messed up. Let's do it again. Okay, I must have typed in a number wrong. Let's redo it. 158.46 times 5,280. Then divide it by what's on the bottom. I said it all right. I must have just typed it in wrong. Divide by 3,600. Yeah, I got something different. Let's go back and erase this. All right, this time I got 232.41. We good now? All right, calculator issue on my part. All right, so we're going to do a bunch of these next week. We got one more on the front we got to do. That's how you got to do it. Let's do another one. 15 says 27.87 feet per second, and they want us to change it into miles per hour. All right, so you're going to have 3 fractions every time on these problems. All right, so y'all help me based on what we did on number 12. What's going to be on top on the first fraction? 27.87 feet. What's on the bottom on the first fraction? That's right. If it says feet per, sorry, it's not hour on this one, Hunter. It says feet per second. That means 1 second. It was 1 hour on the last problem, second on this one. So that's how you set up the first fraction. And then we set up the other fractions by looking on our gallon man sheet. All right, so we gotta change feet into miles. Okay, how many feet's in a mile?
5,280.
Okay, now, one of them goes on top, one of them goes on bottom. Y'all gotta figure out which one goes in the right spot.
The bottom, the 5,000. Yeah.
5,280 feet, y'all say, goes on the bottom, all right? How come?
You gotta cancel.
Because it's gotta cancel out with this one, and the only way they can cancel out is if you have one on the top and one on the bottom. Very good. All right, so that's how you set the second fraction up. All right, the third fraction, we gotta change seconds into hours. Didn't we just do that? All right, so you got 3,600 seconds equals 1 hour. One of them's gotta go on top, one of them's gotta go on the bottom. Which one goes where?
Seconds on top.
Seconds has gotta go on top, that's right, because you already got seconds on the bottom here. And if you want your seconds to cancel out. All right, now, take your calculator. What do you do with all the numbers that are on top? Multiply them. So I got 27.87 times. It equals, after you multiply them, what do I do with the numbers that are on the bottom? Divide by 5,280. This ain't gonna be that bad. So I got, hey, I'm just gonna say 19. Y'all good with that? It's 19.00. All right, now, JT, what's my measurement that goes on the end? What did they want your answer to be in? Miles per hour, so we can just do MPH. All right, y'all good on the front? Y'all can handle that on the test, right?
Oh, the back. Oh my God.
All right, I got something else that y'all need to write on your gallon man sheet. Unless you know it. You don't have to write it if you know it, but I'm not going to give it to you on the test. Nope. So if you want to write it down, you write it down on your gallon man sheet. Some of you know this from science this year.
Do we need to write that?
You need to write this. All right, so when's the last time you did this metric conversion chart?
Never.
Oh, yes, y'all done this somewhere. Y'all had to do this in physical science or ninth grade, 8th grade math, 7th grade math.
I don't know.
All right, I'll show it to you.
Oh, we did do this in science last year.
Because the way I always had to memorize it, JT, King Henry died drinking chocolate milk. Right? Y'all done this.
Oh, yeah,
So if you write it down on your gallon man sheet, you won't have to write it down on the test. You can just look on there and get the answers. I would write it down.
What is that of a second? Is that a hecto? Okay.
Yeah, hecto, H-E-C-T-O.
I couldn't see that letter.
All right, so y'all did this when? Last year, 7th grade? When y'all do this?
I don't remember.
I don't remember it.
All right, well, it's really easy.
You got 205. You got 105 instead of 104.
How did I mess up on that? No idea.
Yeah, the cells.
104? All All right, let's do one. Everybody's got it written down. So we gotta change 2,000 milligrams into just grams. So if the middle is grams, then it's milligram, centigram, decigram, and so on. If you're talking about liters, then it's milliliter, centiliter. They're all, milliliter and milligrams in the same spot, is what I'm trying to say. So we gotta go from milligrams to grams. Well, how far you gotta move up on the chart to go from milligrams to grams?
You gotta move 3 decimals.
Here's milligrams, move it 1, 2, 3. 3 places to the left. So what you gotta do is take your decimal. Everybody knows the decimal is behind the last number if you don't see it. Move it 3 places to the left. 1, 2, 3. Your answer's 2. That's all you have to do is move your decimal. All right, let's do number 2. Kilometers, and I gotta move to meters. How many places do I have to move my decimal, and which way?
Right.
1, 2, 3. I agree. So if I move my decimal 3 places to the right, it's behind the last number, right? So I gotta add 3 zeros. 104 0 0 0. Yep. It's really easy. You guys do 3. We got to go from centimeter and go to meter. How many places I got to move? 1, 2. 2 places back to the left. What's my answer going to be?
4.8 there.
4.8. You don't have to write a 0 if it's behind the decimal point. It's the last number. All right. You guys do 4 and we'll just check what you get. Y'all might not need my help anymore. All right, number 4. How many places you got to move your decimal point? Kilograms to grams.
Over right.
3 to the right.
3 to the right. What's your answer going to be?
5,000.
Good. Do 5. All right, 5. We got to go from millimeters to centimeters. Here's millimeters. You got to move it 1 place to centimeters. What's your answer going to be on 5? 0.8, good. All right, y'all can do through 15?
Sure.
I really thought we were going to be in a homeroom today anyway. Thought classes were going to be shorter. Do 2 problems. 12, 16. All right, I'm gonna write 22 and 23 on the board. I want y'all to draw them right here, and we'll just do them right here. I'm gonna give y'all some of these triangle problems. I know Kylie hadn't seen any of these, and y'all got some of these on your test. Sorry, your quiz Monday anyway.
Where you want us to write these at?
Write them right here on the front.
I got you.
So, I know it's 22.
Is that what you got? You're on 22.
Guys, I just made these up. I have not done them. I got no idea. But I'm gonna go through them slow so Kylie sees how to do them.
Did you put 20 on bottom?
All right, so Hunter, remember, Everybody look at 22. If you're not finished with the front, you can finish that up in a minute. You're going to set these up in proportions to solve. So go ahead and draw your fraction bars. Now remember, there's like 4 different ways you can set them up, but however you set up the left side is how you've got to set up the right side. So, Callie, I'm going to put 12 over 16. All right, why am I using those numbers? Because they are both the bottoms. 12 is the bottom on the little triangle, 16 is the bottom on the big triangle. So I'm going to start out 12 over 16. Now remember, I got the little triangle on the top. Now when I do the other side, how do I set it up? What goes on top?
The top of the smaller
All right,
triangle.
right. This little triangle, the right side of it is 20. It's got to go on top because you put the little triangle on the top the first time. Now what goes on the bottom?
X plus 20.
Right. So look, Callie, we got to put the whole side of the big triangle on the bottom. That'll be x plus 20. Or you could write 20 plus x. Y'all cross multiply that and divide it, and you got your answer now. Is it a decimal or a number? It is a decimal. All right, cross multiply and divide. Let's see what we get. 12 times x is 12x. 12 times 20, no clue. It's 240. Equals 20 times 16. I got 320. Y'all check my math. Everything good? All right, Hunter, what I'll move over first?
240.
We got a minus 240. What's that going to give me?
60.
320 minus 240 gave me, I got 80.
My bad.
12x equals 80. Somebody give me the last step.
You put them in fractions, you put the 12 on here.
Good. 80 divided by 12 is, what'd y'all get?
6.6.
6.66. I'll just say x equals 6.6. All right, now I showed you 22. See if y'all can do 23.
Hold on.
Somebody who's already got 23 done, is it a decimal too?
I don't know.
Okay, y'all hadn't done shit.
No, it's got me confused.
Can I erase 22?
Yes.
All right, so every problem like this is going to be a proportion. All right, so, Callie, you want to try to set up the left side? All right, watch. Callie, I'm going to do 8 over x. Now, you could do x over 8. It doesn't matter. I'm going to put 8 on top, x on bottom. So what I did, I used the left side of the big triangle on top, left side of the little triangle on the bottom. So I got my big triangle on top this time, my little triangle on the bottom. So when I do the right side, I got to do it the same way.
So 5 over 7.
5 plus 7 means how long is this side? 5 plus 7 is 12. So guys, from here to here is 12. 12's got to go on top. What goes on bottom?
7.
All right, now, yeah, because look, the bottom of the big triangle is 12. So what's the bottom of the little triangle?
7.
Cross, multiply, and divide. Y'all say it is a decimal.
I did that different.
You should get the same answer no matter how we do it.
I did
What'd y'all get?
5 over 5.
I got 4.7.
I got 4.6. All right, Hunter, how'd you do it?
I put
I got 4.6.
x over 8 equals 5 over 5 seconds.
So if you do x over 8, that is the left side of the little triangle over the left side of the big triangle. So now you'll have to do the bottom of the little, which is 7, and the bottom of the big, which is 12. So you'll have to do it that way. Either way, you should get 4.6. All right, so again, y'all got about 15 minutes to hang out. We just finished early today.